Optimism helps me overcome my obstacles. Life is like an obstacle course. There's always a rock here and a ditch there. Everyone's rocks and ditches are different, but the choice of how you face the obstacles may determine the success or even the outcome of your life. Although the obstacle course of life is hard, plenty of people have overcome it. As Helen Keller says, although the world is full of obstacles, it is also full of overcoming them. I would like to take a few minutes to tell you about my personal goals and obstacles. 2 years ago, I began going to an after-school karate program. I'd always been interested in karate, but I knew right away that I wanted to get a black belt. I had no idea how hard it would be and how much work it would take, but it was a goal I knew I wanted to achieve. It hasn't been easy, and there have been several obstacles along the way, but I have chosen to be optimistic and persevere. Perhaps the biggest obstacle for me in getting my black belt, and life in general, is diabetes. Now, most of you may not know what diabetes is, but I had to learn it when I was only 4 years old, because that is when I was diagnosed with diabetes. Let me try to help you understand a little bit about diabetes. One of the first things you should know about diabetes is that once you have it, you're stuck with it forever. Some people think you can outgrow it, but that's not true. When you have diabetes, your pancreas cannot make insulin, and without insulin, your body cannot turn the food that you eat into energy. So you have to get insulin through either a shot or an insulin pump. When I was first diagnosed with diabetes, I had to get 4 or 5 shots a day, or even more. That is something that is not fun. But I had learned early that it is what I had to do. So I never cried or pitched a fit about getting insulin, about taking shots. Now I have an insulin pump that gives me insulin all day long, but I still have to keep track of the food that I eat, and so that my body can make insulin to make me energy. I have to have a lot of energy for karate. To get your black belt, you have to do 43 push-ups, 56 sit-ups, and 1,000 jumping jacks in 5 minutes. Every karate class requires a lot of energy, so I have to make sure my blood sugar is good before I start. Crazy things can happen to your body if you don't know how to control your blood sugar. If you exercise too much and your blood sugar goes too low, you can pass out or have a seizure. This has happened to me 4 or 5 times. Sometimes, right before class, or even in the middle of class when I feel like I'm going low, I have to sit out of class and have a snack. It would be easy to get frustrated with this because I have to sit out, and that stops me from getting practice to get my black belt. But I know it's what it takes to get a black belt. And my mom always says that you should be thankful or optimistic that you have diabetes and that's something where you can't walk and can't see. So I'm not giving up. It takes an average of 5 years to get your black belt, and I'm over halfway there. One of my karate instructors once told me that if 20 people start taking a karate class, usually one of them makes it to becoming a black belt. And I know it's something that I can do. If getting a black belt was easy, everyone would have it. I will not let diabetes or any other obstacle keep me from reaching my goal. Matthew 19:26 says that with God, all things are possible. So I will keep climbing the rocks and going through the ditches in this obstacle course of my life until I accomplish what seems like the impossible.